He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahweh, He is my refuge, my fortress, my power. In Him I will trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For He shall give His angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because He hath set His love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him, and show him my salvation. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Recha Kadosh. Double honors to the apostles of GMS for teaching me this truth. Peace and salutations to all the Yakim out there, kicking its word and truth and sincerity. Now, continuing on with the Psalms 91 protection series, this one is about protecting yourself from spirits, demons while sleeping. And I'll get into I'll share a prayer towards the end of this, but I wanted to share a little bit first. Now, before I came into this truth, I was blessed with the gift of the discernment of spirits. And of course, at first, it wasn't a blessing. To me, it was a curse. Yeah, some of you might be too young to know of the movie. Remember the movie They Live? It's a movie where the guy gets those glasses, and then he can see how some humans are actually aliens, and he can see all these subliminal messages on billboards and television. It's kind of seeing behind the reality of things, and it was something that once it turned on for me, I could never turn it off. It was something that it was permanently part of me. So I could see all the dark spirits. I can see the witchcraft and spells. What they were doing, I could see all this wicked stuff, and that was just freaking terrifying at first. And then I started getting used to it, started learning how to avoid some of these dark spirits, got more into praying, even though I didn't know the name. Prayer helped me quite a bit in protecting myself. But then I would also get attacked while sleeping. I would have, sleep paralysis, if you've ever experienced that. It's the demons jumping on you, and then you can't move. I have walk-ins. I don't know what to call it, but the only thing I can think of is the term walk-in. It's when I'm sleeping, and in my dreams, I see something walk into the room that I'm in, and it'll either start messing with me in my dreams, but most of the time it'll just walk in and sit there, and then I can feel it. I can feel its presence, and I can feel it looking at me, and that feeling is so strong that I become what some call lucid in my dream, and realize, okay, wait a minute, there's something actually in the room with me right now. I need to wake up just to make sure, I'm not in danger. And I wake up, and of course I don't see anything, but sometimes I feel it there still, or sometimes it'll run away. I had this one incident. This is when I started really getting terrified of being attacked in my dreams. I was sleeping at a friend's house, and in my dream state, I saw this spirit walk into the room, and it was dark and terrifying looking, so it woke me up. And as I woke up, I was still kind of in that half dream, half waking state. So in the dream part of it, I can see it leaving my room, and then going into the living room, and then going out the back door. You can see it through the walls. And what confirmed it for me that there was actually something there, that there was some dark spirit in the room with me, was because when it left my room, when it entered into the living room area, my friend's dog is in that room sleeping. And the dog, in its sleep, started barking. As soon as I saw that thing go into that room, the dog was alerted, but it didn't wake up. It was just alerted while it was sleeping. So the dog, in its dream state, saw the spirit too. And then the spirit went out the back door. And that's when I realized, okay, there's something serious going on here. I need to start protecting myself. So back then, I would, still use prayer, and I would use these crystals to help protect myself, and that was somewhat helpful, but not enough. Another way they attack me is right now I'm on a vow of celibacy for the sake of the kingdom, and so I have these demons come in, and they're always in the form of a succubus woman that I've known in the past, and this is how I know that they're trying to attack me and try to help to break my vows, to get me to break my vows, is because they come into my dreams and they're trying to get me to sleep with them. And you're in the dream state, it's easier to kind of like just go along with something. I've gotten to the point where I'm pretty aware now in my dreams if something's coming into the dream and it's trying to get me to lay with it, that I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. That's not where I'm at right now. I'm in my vow of celibacy, so that's not happening. So they keep trying, and they it's not escalating, but it's something that it just continuously happens. So I have a prayer for this. That it's a prayer for protecting yourself while you're in your sleep. So I'll get into that. I'll get into some scriptures and close this out. All right, here's the prayer before sleep. And this is, again, a prayer to protect yourself while sleeping. So I'll go through it in the Hebrew first, and then go back over it in the English. Bashalawam, Zahadwa, Ashakaba, Wa Ayashan, Kaya, Athaha, Yahawah, Labadad, Labatach, Thawashayab Naya. So that's Bashalawam, in peace, Zachadwa, altogether. Ashakaba, I lay down. Wa Ayashan, and I sleep. Kaya, for Athaha, thou, Yahweh. Labadad, only two. Labatach, in safety. Thawasha Yabnaya, thou makest me dwell. And again in the Hebrew, Bashalawam, Zahadwa, Ashakaba, Wa Ayashan, Kaya, Athaha, Yahweh, Labadad, Labatach, Thawasha Yabnaya. Something else I wanted to add to the story, I think is important to mention, is that once I came into this truth and started learning the prayers in the Hebrew, started reading, studying, started hearing the lessons from the Akim out there, finding Great Millstone. That was probably the biggest, say relief for me, because the teaching from Great Millstone is so 100, you know, they 144, if you will. So these spiritual attacks, they weren't frightening anymore, because I knew that they're there just to test me, to prove me. The reason why I'm inspired to do this lesson now is because I had one attack me. It was like 2 in the same night. Attack me when I had one of those walk-ins where they just sit and stare at me, and then I had one come in and try to lay down with me, and it's just like, my gosh, it's whatever. Like, I don't know why. I mean, I know why. They're just trying to tempt me and test me, but it's laughable now. They're not frightening anymore. They're there pretty much to test me. So having Yahweh Shai as my shield and buckler, it just makes it all the easier to deal with these attacks. Anyhow, into the scripture. Go into Proverbs 3, and I'm going to start at 21. My son, let not them depart from thine eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. So shall they be life unto thy soul, and grace to thy neck. Then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet. And that's what we're asking for when we throw up these prayers. This prayer specifically is to just have a deep sleep, a sweet sleep, and not be harassed in the night by these demons. Because in the past, these demons, once I had one of those terrifying attacks, it was challenging to sleep after that, because I was afraid they were going to come back and mess with me and do whatever they do with me. One time one of these dark spirits came, and it actually did something. I don't know what it did, but it touched my body, and I felt it, and and this thing was terrifying to look at. It was, man, I saw this thing. I never wanted to see this thing again. Just seeing it was terrifying enough. There was no harm, no physical harm that I know of, but seeing that thing, I did not want to see that thing again. So protection from that. I want to see these scary ass spirits when I'm trying to have a nice sweet sleep. Next prayer, I'm going to Psalms 4 and 8. And it says, I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Yahweh, only makest me dwell in safety. The Lord, Yahweh, is the only one to help us sleep safely. If you really want that protection, call on the name of the Lord, Yahweh. Throughout this prayer, protect yourself while sleeping, Akim. I hope this was edifying.